Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. We're doing the Mass Attack spam team today, where we just have a bunch of IDs that have Mass Attacks on their normal skills, mainly on skill 2s, which is interesting, but it's usually a conditional, so makes enough sense. But yeah, we're just going to see how it goes. Start of a Singing Ego Gifts, because I mean, might as well. There's not really a good choice, all things considered, as far as what to choose for Ego Gifts, because there's a bit of everything on a team like this, right? Yeah, I'll get to the actual first fight, and then I'll show off the team composition we got here. We're running almost every single Mass Attack ID in the game. There are two we're not using. She Heathcliff, obviously, we've got a different Heathcliff. And then BL Merceau, he's cool, but his is on his weird skill 3 countery thing, which kind of doesn't work too well unless you can get, like, the Lucky Pouch, otherwise, or, you know, of course, the BL gifts, but either way, his Mass Attack isn't as reliable as a lot of these other ones. So yeah, we've got these 6, right? They've got a bunch of random Mass Attacks, right? You've got a Mass Attack skill 2 when you're on Dullahan, or when you just have a decent bit of Coffin. You've got a Mass Attack skill 2 in Ego form. You've got a Mass Attack skill 3 that increases with magic bullet count. Mass Attack skill 2 with enough tremor count. Mass Attack skill 2 and 3 with enough tremor count. And then Max Attack on skill 2 with Poise. So yeah, just a lot of mass attacking, or AoE attacks, as the game calls them, and as I still do not call them. Old habits die hard. But yeah, we'll probably spam a couple egos this round. I shouldn't counter immediately. Yeah, we should probably get your sanity up first and foremost. Probably a smart enough way to do it. You are not clashing, that's fine. Can't have base Yi-Song, unfortunately, for Philip Sinclair's sake, but we can have base Hong Lu, so we've got one person who's got SP as a support passive. Better than nothing. It also might occasionally go to Heathcliff, depending on how SP is looking at the time, but that's fine. Get some murdering. Just focus on getting our Sandy up on Heathcliff so that we can get the Dullahaning, just turn 1 every fight or so, just so we can spam skill 2 mass attacks. That's the fun way to do it. Requiem this guy. Yeah, I don't particularly want Rags here. Like, obviously it would still be good, but I'm not really going to go out of my way for it too much. If I see it, I'm just probably still going to take it. But we don't really want to use his alt skill 3, because we want to use his alt skill 2, since that's the Mass Attack 1. His alt skill 3, as strong as it is only a single target, so not really my biggest concern. Bram tier 1, sure. God, it would have been so funny if that was Rags. I was really hoping it would be Rags, because the comedic timing would have been excellent, but probably for the best that it wasn't Rags. More of these guys, you get your magic bolt set up, you get your tremor count set up, you can clash a little, get your SP up, you can get your poise up, you can also get your SP up. You're not... I guess I need to keep in mind, like, we can just have him do like an just use his counter but not actually use it, and he still does Dullahan. I really would prefer just having him attack in situations like that, because, like, well, if he attacks he does damage, right? If he just counters and just doesn't actually get hit, or doesn't clash against anyone with the counter, then just kind of a waste, it feels like. Didn't quite kill there, darn. That's fine. You can kill this guy this turn. Sounds swell. And once again, we're just gonna kill them all here, yeah. Let's see. If we can get some stuff to make us start with more poise, could be good for Ryoshu, getting her skill 2 up a little bit more frequently. We did get Pendant there, but Pendant, unfortunately, is going to target... I mean, it's going to prioritize Heathcliff and Sinclair, who obviously don't need poise too much. They are the people who need sanity. And then self-tremor count, I guess if we do go to the time-killing time floor, we can get some Ego gifts that synergize with that, but Oh, I guess I could have... Oh, I didn't even think about that. I think Built to Order was an option on... if I went to the Abandoned Factory floor. That one does actually give you some self-tremor count to the person in the second slot, which we could have just set to be Faust. It's like 2 or 4 or something like that. It's not the biggest deal, but that would have actually been synergy had I been thinking about it. I think I kind of glanced over it, because it's not really something you give too much attention to a lot of the time. We'll get Wound Cleared plus plus. We'll get Pendant plus plus so it hits both Heathcliff and Sinclair every turn. Why not? We could upgrade Grandeur, focus on the sinking-y stuff a little bit. Sure. Just reorder stuff so to make sure that Yisan gets that benefit. Yeah, like that works. Unfortunately, all 6 of these IDs really want multiple skill slots, some more so than others. Like, I mean, most of them really want multiple skill slots. I don't particularly think these 2 need the multiple skill slots for their mass attacky stuff to work. And I guess you can really live without it, but like, I don't know, they all really do want multiple skill slots though. Most IDs do, so not really a shocker there. We can counter Ida. Cool. Get that Dullahan going for the funny mass attack gaming. Cool stuff. It's such a cool counter, just pulling out all the Wild Hunt people. I actually don't pay enough attention, but like, he can't summon Dead Rabbit's Merceau in that animation, right? I think he can do the rest of like them. I don't know if I've seen Nelly Ryoshi either, actually. I don't know, I don't really pay too much attention to it, honestly. I probably should, though. Yeah, I don't think Dead Rabbit's Merceau counts. He's not a... Even stuff like the conditional he has from his passive, like, only affects Wuthering Heights and Linton and Edgar family IDs. So I think Dead Rabbit's Merceau just gets out of it, all the stuff related to that, so... Really convenient for him. Not that he's really used too much. You can only have 6 people in a single team, so obviously Dead Rabbit's Merceau is the one that gets benched. I will take Headless Portrait here, sure. Doesn't particularly help, but it's something to Pearl Bridal. Is cool. Yeah. I mean, allies with 2+ blunt skills is, in fact... That's actually a good question. We'll take more sinking, sure. Lean into it, right? But yeah, allies with 2 or more blunt skills is no one, right? Oh no, it's Faust. Faust, that's right. Only Faust, okay. That's funny. We've got quite a few people with blunt attack skills. Faust is the only one who's got 2 or more, though. Oh, there's Rags. I mean, yeah, like I said, I'll take it. I'll take a sinking tier 3, too, for fun. Funsies can get you another magic bullet. I mean, yeah, it fits the theming. Don't need any sort of healing or anything. What are the odds we all explode and die? Probably low. It's usually fairly low that everyone just explodes and dies. Oh, I should have reordered stuff so that Distant Star is affecting Spice Push, but it doesn't matter too much. It really doesn't. You want to wild hunt this guy? Might as well. This funny little drone guy just hit him with a good old Dullahan. We still got our SP to max from it, so it works out well. And can't say I particularly feel like lament more than despairing an evading drone. Just, you know, personal opinion. But we can spam your skill 1. Might as well. I guess if we get 2 tails, then I guess we're... Okay, that top guy just ignored it entirely, jeez. Well, 2 target magic bullet fire, decent damage. Cool. Burn focus would actually be fairly good for us. Maybe that should be something I try and get more of. I don't know, I guess it's something to keep in mind. Maybe at a future shop, do some burn refreshes or something. Because we've got 2 pretty good burn IDs. Only thing is our burn count is pretty limited, but if you get like Dust to Dust, that fixes that. And also, I mean, we are going to be trying to spam Sinclair's skill 2, which is the big burn count skill, so it works fairly well for us. Thorny Path. Another sinking tier 1. We've got almost all the sinking tier 1s already. We just need, what, like the Erd Tree thing? Which is probably pretty doable. Requiem in the Sky? Yeah, sure. The big robot, so we're gonna get to see the funny animation. The lightning animation. I guess that's the not as funny animation, all things considered, but it's still fairly funny. Yeah, it's cool to see it. You don't see it too frequently. Well, I mean, I guess you see it fairly. I mean, I don't feel like you're supposed to use his alternate skill 3 too much. It happens sometimes, especially when it's in the bottom slot like that, and if you counter it, you'd end up replacing it. Really, he's not super reliant on drawing his skill 3 anyways for the alt skill 3, since he can just, you know, counter and get it off. Nice. A little bit of mass attack gaming. Good stuff. Yeah, you're also going to notice stuff like the fact that like the units that are a little bit slower building up their mass attack, namely Spice Push especially, Ryoshu, since I don't have a lot of poise stuff. Not going to get too many mass attacks off this run, just because most fights are going to only last 2 or 3 turns, and they kind of need more than that to build up to it. If Ryoshu gets a skill 3 first turn, she can immediately mass attack with a skill 2, but not exactly guaranteed to happen. Okay, bleed synergy. Wow, riveting. Look at all this bleed synergy we're getting. We haven't cleared ++ because we've got some decent Wrath skills on this team, but like... that's it. Almost everyone. I think, yeah, Yisung's the only one without a Wrath skill on this team. Which boss is it? Nika. Okay, simple enough. Let's see, we can have you do that. Should be funny. We can immediately get the Mass Attack Sunset Blade off. Cool. Love to see it, and we can immediately get... you don't have your skill 2 next turn, though. Okay. I was gonna say something about the fact that we're actually gonna get to use Ryoshu's Mass Attack in a Mass Attack form, but unlikely. That's fine. Sunset Blade should be pretty nice for us here. And we did actually gain enough SP to make it a 3 target, so yeah, that does a lot for us. Bloodseep Send is nice for us because it actually gets you a decent bit of self-tremor count. Still takes you at least 3 turns to get your skill 2 mass attack off, but that's fine. Odalon! You're trying to block. You cannot. I guess you can reduce damage taken, so he is blocking somewhat, but you can only block so much. We can Lament more and Despair this guy. I kind of want to get the kill just for the coffin. Yeah, that's fairly worth, I'd say. Or the skill 2 can go first. That's fine. It doesn't really matter. The other guys are dead no matter what we do here. But yeah, we can Lament more and Despair this guy. You get so much coffin for killing some of the alt skill 3. Pretty nice. Although looks like Ryoshu just kills here? Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, Heathcliff lost a little bit of SP there. That's fine. He gained some back, so like it's not like the end of the world or anything. We get Midwinter Nightmare, or we could take this, actually. You know what? I'll take it. It's burn. It works decently for us, all things considered. Melted Spring? Sure. What do we want here? We grab Midwinter Nightmare now. We might need to face funny Steam Transport Machine. But that's fine. I can live with that. That's Apple. Okay. Definitely the easiest of the bosses on this floor. Cool. We can upgrade Rags to ++. Sure. It's funny. Yeah, he is at 40 SP. He's doing perfectly fine. The Rags benefit really is insane just because of how his alt skill 3 works. He gains so much Sandy back for being low Sandy when he alt skill 3s with Rags. You do that. Let's see again, you drew your skill 3 first, but you don't have your skill 2 upcoming, so you're not going to get your funny mass attacking. That's fine. And you guys can just kill. Yeah, just one side, the Sunset Blade. Cool. Tails, cool. It's not the biggest deal. I think that like the main point of this run really is just an excuse to use Wild Hunt again, right? in a slightly different manner, right? I feel like I've been kind of focusing on Lament a little too hard. Moral processing, you know, mass attack. It's a 4-target mass attack at max conditionals. Like, max conditional means Dullahan and 8 Coffin. 8 Coffin's really, not exactly the easiest thing to obtain, but it's doable. Most of these other IDs have a max attack weight of 3. Otis has a max of 7, but, like, good luck seeing that almost ever. I say that, but, like, good luck seeing this guy get to the max coffin amount, or the near max coffin amount very frequently as well. It'll happen in certain fights, like, you know, Cassetti is, like, the big example a lot of the time for just getting a bunch of random kills before the big fight. And there's some other fights where there's a bunch of ads and stuff you can kill. Like, you know, I guess, like, Drifting Fox or something, right? Just fight Drifting Fox, have Heathcliff just kill the umbrellas with his skill 3, just get a bunch of coffin. Ideally, you'd have killed the umbrellas already, so, like, it's not really the best fight for it, but, like, something like, I guess something like, Ambling Pearl might be a better one, right? You can keep on summoning minions, and you can just keep on just coffining away. And it works pretty well. Okay. Okay, sure. You're clashing that, nice. You do a bit of that, sure. Seems good. It is very funny how both Sinclair and Heathcliff have a lot more maintainable poise count than Ryoshu under these circumstances, but that's kind of just how it goes sometimes. If we could get, like, Emerald Lighter or something, get that ++ would be pretty nice for Ryoshu, although Heathcliff is also pretty fast, so she's not necessarily going to be the fastest a lot of the time. He's honestly so real for the Yeah. You get what I mean. Probably. Requiem this guy. It definitely doesn't kill, but it does good damage, so that's fine. You can kill this guy with other attack. Magical Fire, 2 target. Does it get 2 kills? No, it actually doesn't kill either of those. Well, that's fine, does good damage. Blazing Strike demolishes this guy. They're all dead this turn, like, that's not a shocker whatsoever. We annihilate them. Good stuff. They've been mass attacked. Definitely just gotta go for, like, a final boss who's really susceptible to being mass attacked a bunch. Like, I mentioned Time Killing Time Floor earlier being, like, nice for getting some of the ego gifts. I don't remember what, like, any of the ego gifts do there, but I'm pretty sure some of them are good for, like, gaining self-tremor, which would be nice for both Yisong and Faust. I don't know if they affect Yisong, though, because he doesn't have any tremor on his skills other than self-tremor, so I don't know if he triggers the conditionals. I just don't remember, though. We'll see. See we shall. Use the mass attack on a single target, as we do. Sometimes you just game that hard. We actually went for a lot of the mass attack skills this turn. Everyone went for a mass attack skill except for Sinclair this turn, but Otis was the only one who... No, Otis didn't even... None of them actually used their mass attack skills in a mass attack manner. Probably the biggest misplay turn of all time. I did it partly intentionally, since, you know, not really a fight where we've got time to set up a lot of that stuff, but... Very funny how it was basically every single mass attack skill, except for Sinclair's that turn. And we did not have a single mass attack. It's part of the fun. I think another good thing is, if we can get Commemorative Coin, would also make Otis a lot better. Because then our skill 3 will just go off more times. Don't have too many single coin attacks on this team. Only one other than Magic Bullet's skill 3 that comes to mind is Sinclair's skill 1. Which might happen, you know, occasionally, right? Something that can't matter, but I'm pretty sure that's the only other single coin attack we have on this team. We might Ego Boss or something, right? So that could also get in the way, but shouldn't be the biggest deal. Looks like Sinclair is at 40 Sandy, so he should just immediately manifest against False Apple. which is fine.
제압을 준비합니다.
He'll be able to do well, I think. We can probably one-turn first phase here, if I had to guess. Which means we can use this time to set up a bunch of funny things. Try that. Oh, you know, you're a lot lower than I thought. Oh, yeah, I guess you probably skilled or something. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, you guys are gonna do all your setup-y things this turn, alright? Make sure you guys are nice and prepared. God. Like, the best part about the clashing counter is the fact it actually uses the user's speed instead of just the targets. Like, it's such a huge thing, and it's part of, like, the real big issue with or not with counters, but the other defensive skills mainly, is the fact that, like, they don't, like, the speed order stuff does not matter whatsoever. It's partially why evade tanks are so bad, because in normal fights, like, they will just go last because it's based on the enemy's speed instead of your own. Which is always so annoying. Yeah, that's a mass attack we're gonna be doing, quote-unquote. Cool. Cool, and cool. Okay. We should be looking good for next turn, I want to say. Get some decent mass attacks in, and we can actually make decent mileage out of the mass attack stuff, thanks to the fact that, this guy does have 2 body parts. So it helps. Unfortunately, Faust doesn't have enough tremor to mass attack next turn, that's fine. It was a foreseen situation, right? Like, she didn't really have much of a choice. That's fine. You can't consume enough poison count to gain attack weight here, cool. You have enough of this, cool. You don't have enough of this, okay, so you're just gonna be on random clashy duty. You've got this, you don't have anything this turn, that's fine, and you've got more procession, okay. Cool, looks good. Should be getting a bunch of funny mass attacks off here. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes, but as long as you see those 2 damage numbers at the same time, that's how you know things are going well. You're just doing setup-y type stuff. Sinclair's isn't setup-y type stuff, it's more so that he just doesn't have his mass attack drawn, but Fierce Charge still does pretty good here. Got a Tails and still managed to pull through. It's important to have him clash just for Sandy's sake. Same for Heathcliff, too. Heathcliff's a little bit risky to clash, since, you know, he was only a favored there, and we didn't really want him to, you know, fail horribly, but that's fine. We can just Lament Mourn in Despair, and that should finish the job off. It's not a mass attack, but, like I said earlier, it's not really about the mass attack. It's not about the mass attack Spider-Man, it's about the Wild Hunt Heathcliff. And he just killed with the first coin. Cool. Works, I guess. And we get Midwinter Nightmare now, actually this time, since I refused it earlier. Random U gift, sure. Scalpel. Alright. What are we feeling? I don't know. Something where mass attack stuff is good. That's a rough question. If we get, like, this is, like, the worst possible option. Skin Profit's so bad for us. If we get this floor, like, Gossipium is really bad for us, but the other 2 could be nice. Tearful Things. Actually, everything on this floor has at least 2 body parts, right? If we do one of these floors, we're guaranteed to get at least something where, like, our mass attack isn't going to help us that much. Tearful Things, we're guaranteed to get at least something that we can mass attack. Right? Because Bull's on the other one, right? Bull's on this one? Oh, great. Well then. Bull does have a second part that we can, in fact, summon if need be, so... we may need be. I don't know why I thought Bull was on the other... No, yeah, it makes sense Bull's here. I always assume Bull's on the earlier floor pack because you fight the Bull like the first thing in Kanto 4, right? But no, it's factoring the fact you sure do fight the Bull again in Kanto 4 in this part, so yeah. Yeah. This one is Bull, Bull, Centipede, and Fairy Gentleman or this one, right? Because the other one, I know the other one is Dongback, Fox, and So the No One Will Cry. Okay, yeah, that checks out. Eh, well, that's fine. That means every single floor was a gamble at best, right? There was only a 1 in 3 chance we go to this floor, and we got us boss it mainly only as single targets. At least this one there is another option, right? Like, or not another option, but he does show a second body part. Later into the fight, he'll probably live that long, right? Just gotta make sure I mean, that's turn 4. Like, I guess we have a lot of setup turns. I guess that's the takeaway. A lot of setup turns and then spam mass attacks turn 4. Yeah, that actually sounds like an enjoyable enough strategy. Decent enough strategy. I mean, that's assuming we win enough clashes against his actual attacks you need to clash, which, I mean, we're going to. Don't know why I pose I like it's going to be a question. Units with mass attacks are just innately super strong. Wait, what's this? Huh. Wait, this is funny. I'm currently recording this at the time. I'm recording this, night before I've uploaded this, which is fairly common. Sometimes it's morning of, sometimes night before. Apparently, according to my friends, we have just received the 1.5 year anniversary 10-pull deck extraction ticket thingy, which is pretty cool. I think it released it might have been like half an hour ago or something. I don't know when they did it exactly. But it was not in my inbox half an hour ago when I started this run, so it's currently 10:31 p.m. so they might have done it at 10:30 my time? I don't know, they might not have done it at a specific time. We can check that, I guess. Very funny timing, though. I'll just exit to the main menu real quick, just out of curiosity, right? Because if so, that's pretty funny. Yep, okay. Cool. 3-star guaranteed deck extraction ticket, and a bunch of free lunacy. Well, that's nice. I can pull that out during World Purges, I guess? I don't know, a 3-star guaranteed ticket is so bad for me. Like, the odds I get something actually new are so astronomically low. I've got 2 of them now. I've got a lot of tickets. It's funny to talk about them. Well, back to the run. That's funny to see. I'll save it, though. I'll save it. I was tempted to just use the ticket here and now, but I think it's better to save it for when the time will be right. I'll make you second now, yeah. Sure. It really only matters for distance star, which really doesn't matter, so... Funny stuff, you have immediately manifested ego, that's fine. I did not mean to click on you there, but... Funny laugh. Goes funny laugh. What can be said?
상성이 나쁜 공격이었습니다. 비유하자면 깊이도 모를 웅덩이에 다이빙을 하는 꼴이랄까요.
And just finish these 2 off. Easy enough, simple enough. He's got, what, 1 more fight, so... Fairly simple. Guess, like... Bull's also unfortunate because of its, like, resistance-y stuff, isn't it? Yeah, we'll be fine. Most of our mass attack stuff is slash, and not all of it, right? Because we've got 2 blunt, 1 pierce, and 3 slash for, like, our mass attacky things. So, a blunt weak boss isn't, like, the worst possible option. But I'm pretty sure the other part is weak to pierce, the head, when it actually reveals itself on turn 4. Okay. Riveting Avno to see this late into a run. That's fine. Just kill these guys, yeah. Should be fairly simple. Single target mass attack, one of my favorite activities. We're actually doing a lot of those this turn. In fact, we're doing 5 single target mass attacks. Everyone except for Heathcliff this time round is going for their mass attack skill first turn. Like, the reason why it's not that surprising of a thing to happen is because for almost every one of these IDs, it's their skill 2, which is a lot more common than, say, if it was a skill 3 tied thing. I do find it really interesting how skill 2 reliant they all are. I really like IDs that are more reliant on skill 2 shenanigans than skill 3 shenanigans. It kind of makes them like a lot more consistent, right? It was one of the fun parts about the recent Faust ID, right? Multi-crack Faust. How her skill 2 is her big mega death attack. So it means it comes more common. It's not as strong as a skill 3 in like combination, but it's still pretty strong. Or like DHE Merso, a fairly underwhelming unit in some regards. Like, he's the kind of unit that's like not really good for sinking teams. You can use him, right? But he's not like particularly great. But like, he's just fun to use, and his skill 2 stuff is nice. He's a DHE ID. All the DHE IDs are really fun. Yisong is just kind of like a weird mix between Honglu and Brodion, but he's a 2-star, so he doesn't count. The 3-stars all do something fairly unique and fairly fun, which is cool. And down they go, cool. On to the finale. Well, event first, then, you know, shop and stuff. The usual, the finale boulevard, you could say. Oh, joyous. Always scary to see the tails, but we pull through. I don't think it's that big of a deal to miss to fail that clash, all things considered, but still would have been rude. Let's see, what do we want here? We can get Otis under skill 3, that's pretty cool. I'll take it. Sure. Otherwise, we just press on, right? We're all basically max SP. Otis is missing 5 SP, but she'll be fine. Not too big of a worry. We'll see how well we can handle the bull with our mass attack spammy shenanigans. My plan is, in fact, you know, multiple turns of setup, and we're going to see how well that goes. Neutral, I think I just got to gamble that. Little gamble coded, as they say in the gambling biz. Dun 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 dun. Do we have anything that wins this clash? Probably Magic Bolt Fire. Yeah, that's actually not a bad move, is it? Because one of these might be able to take down Chart. Sure. We'll gamble. A lot of favorites and stuff. I'm trying not to do too much ego-y stuff, so that might work against me a little bit, but that's fine. Part of the fun. We're preparing our mass attacky stuff. In case you're wondering, we'll trigger Delahan when it's a little closer to time to shine, right? No need to do it too early. Maybe we do actually need to do it too early so that we have multiple skill 2s to use. Yeah. I don't know. Well, decent enough start building up our tremor stuff and the like, and the ilk, you could say. You've got a detonate magic bullet. Excellent. Can you win one of these? No. Can you win one of these? No. Okay. Just Cavernous Wailing this. That's still a favorite. Okay. A little bit dicey. Okay. A little bit dicey. Yeah, that's fine. You're not going to mass attack that. You don't even have enough poise to be able to do anything like that. So yeah, no big worries there. Well, we just gotta try it, right? Unfortunate as it is, we just need to pull out some of our egos and just hope things go well. Okay. The tie is a little scary there, but that's fine. We get our body sack off. This guy's weak to blunt, so you know it's nice. It's nice. We get the haste next turn so that we can use a really fast counter. Just what we were looking for. Okay, we did win the clash though, so that's good. Sinclair's SP is fine. He really needs to actually win a normal clash though if he wants to maintain his SP, since he's going to be losing 10 this turn, and it's going to be a little bit dicey, but that's fine. God. This is actually a decent sinking deluge. I don't know how we managed it, but yeah, that's a pretty decent sinking deluge. Huh. Really wasn't intentional. I wasn't like actively going for sinking stuff, but you know, I'll take it. Sure, you do that. You don't want to do that, yeah, no. You win one of these clashes? You're gonna win one of those clashes, yeah, sure. Yeah, that's decent, actually. You still have... You're gonna get your skill 3 next turn, finally. Okay, sure. And you're neutraling... 24 to neutral? Yeah, we can. Might as well, right? Like I've been saying, living a little. Okay. Okay. Nice, okay, cool. Big chunk of Sandy for you. And yeah, we do win this, so yeah. You have, in fact, enough of the thing for your other body part to show up next turn. So, like, yeah, we lose this clash, but that's fine. We've got the shield. That's handling it for us. So we should be ready for some mass attack. I mean, we've got a little bit more to spare. Not really a mass attack, is it? Well, that's fine. It's the thought that counts. That's also really not a mass attack. So on, so forth. So on, so forth. You can't clash any of those. Alright. Just do it like that. I mean, this is gonna stagger, isn't it? So, like, we're not even gonna be able to actually clash with the Blazing Strike. That's fine. Like, Lament isn't even a mass attack. It's not even fitting. Okay. That's fine. The Magic Bolt Fire hits both of these parts. Or it doesn't, because it's random, I guess. Yeah. And we kill with a single target. Oh, that doesn't actually kill. We kill with a mass attack. There we go. Oh, please win these. Okay. I was so worried I was going to say that and then proceed to fail this and kill with Spice Bush skill, one of all skills. But no. Kill with a mass attack. You know, that's sticking to the theme. I'd say, vaguely. There we go, yeah, he did 30% of the damage. Not really a shocker. He took 0 damage, though. The power of having a defensive skill that actually means you just can't be hit. Although you really can. You can lose clashes pretty easily. And Funny Eye. Do the thing. Cool. Just wanted to see him do the thing. Julie? Well, I'll take my rewards. My delectable 3 levels. My delectable 9 boxes. The kind of thing I live off of. Oh, actually, I just realized I never got myself more paid lunacy, did I? Yeah. Alright, I think you know what this means. Happy 1.5 years, Limbus Company. We'll do a poll to celebrate. Oh man, it looks like I didn't get a 3-star. Oh man, what's this? Wowie zowie. I'll just press the button. Who do we get? G-Corp Gregor, alright. I mean, fair enough. We get some shards. Don't really know if these shards will help me too much, but they're always nice to have. There we go. That's the daily polls for the day. I'll try and remember paid lunacy before next time. Keep the daily polling off. But yeah, Memorial Procession, Mass Attack Spam Gaming. Yeah, Ruina Strat Gaming. This is how, like, every single, like, R-Corp 2 fight goes in Ruina, right? But anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!